welcome to our kitchen. I'm going to be doing an updated what I feed my German Shepherd today. I've had Shadow now for about 2.5 years and I'm definitely still learning, just trialing out different supplements and ingredients, different meats for him to see what works best for his overall health and obviously his hip dysplasia, which he's had since a very young age. I'm in no way, shape or form perfect in this. This is literally just my experiences, what I've researched. I'm still learning, but I feel like at this stage in our lives right now, it's gotten pretty great. I absolutely am so proud of everything that I feed him, and his hip dysplasia has improved dramatically, as in I feel like it's actually become very stable and I see a massive difference. I want to start off with the supplements just because I feel like that is the most important for me and for him as well. His hip dysplasia is my main concern. His joints, his bones, and his connective tissues are really, really important in helping him ease the pain. These few items I have at the front are targeted towards specifically his hip dysplasia. And I feel like I've gotten to the point where I have found a limited amount of items that I use over and over again and I repurchase. So these two I want to quickly mention. They're from the brand O2B. And I've actually repurchased 2 or 3 bottles of these already. So this one is a MSM powder, and basically it is just something that supports his connective tissues. I sprinkle a bit of this in his food, sometimes during the morning or night, but I will rotate it. And this one here is called the K9 Plus Joint Health and Vitality. These tablets are made from New Zealand marine ingredients and are just really well supported for his joint and bones and all of that good stuff. Also just the overall well-being. So not only is this for hip dysplasia and arthritis, but it's also really good for just dogs. It's almost like just a vitamin that humans take. So I absolutely love these. These are very small tablets and they're just easy to dissolve and stuff, so it's not very harsh on his liver. So the next item I want to just quickly mention as well is this pet mussel. This is purely just green-lipped New Zealand mussel, which again has those properties that support his bones and joints. It reduces inflammation, which is really important if he is in pain and his joints are inflamed. So essentially this just fights inflammation and pain. Then we've got Cyanoquin. So this out of everything is probably the most unnatural, and I'm just showing this because it's my last tablet. I do like it and I feel like it has aided in his hip dysplasia, but I probably wouldn't repurchase this again. Basically this is just glucosamine and sodium chondroitin sulfate. So it's not natural, but it's a hard balance between giving him something that I know has helped his hip dysplasia or trying to stay in that like more natural route. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this. So salmon oil or fish oil is something that I completely swear by, and I'm so for this. I recommend it for any pet owner. It doesn't matter if they have hip dysplasia or not, or arthritis. This is actually great for just his coat. It's made his fur so soft, and you'll see later on that I'm just a massive fan of anything fish related. He's on a very like fishy kind of diet, if that makes sense. So I will give a few drops of this during the morning or the night. I really just rotate it. I won't give too much in a day. Moving on to the main ingredients of his diet. I'm a massive fan of the ZWP. So you can see I've got a mackerel and lamb packet here. I've also got a tripe and lamb recipe packet over there, which is brand new. So we're just going through this one right now. Again, mackerel fish is really good for him. It basically is just air dried meat. So there is absolutely no like other fillers in there. If I read you the ingredient, it's purely just meat that is air dried. So in this one, it's just mackerel, lamb heart, lamb tripe, lamb liver, lamb lung, New Zealand green-lipped mussel. Again, great for the inflammation and his bones and joints. And the list goes on, but basically it is just air-dried meat. It's really expensive air-dried meat. So it definitely is not for everyone just because it's very pricey. But if you can afford it, I would highly recommend it. You can also make it your own. For my lifestyle, I try my best to provide him food that's also efficient and optimizing for my time and for me, but also gives him the most amount of nutrients and helps with his, obviously, hip dysplasia. I give him a lot of this. About half of his diet, morning and night, is this stuff. So we've got 2 big spoonfuls of that. And now moving on to the raw stuff. You might not be able to see it, but we've got some just raw beef. So this is like just, you know, we eat it, we cook it, but I get a bunch of these for him just for his meals. And this is a beef soup bone, which I would have to say is probably like my biggest, not secret, but something that's completely changed our lives. So with Shadow, obviously bones like this is extremely good for his teeth and grinding, and the meat is obviously really, really good for him. He absolutely loves this. Kana also loves this. I mean, I don't know which dog doesn't like raw bones. With a larger dog like him, with, you know, gruntier teeth, they are able to take this and almost eat the entire thing. It's great. The bones are amazing, and these are relatively cheap. This was like $1.87 for 2 big ones. So this almost is a snack sometimes, or days that I have given him this, I will reduce the amount of food like that I give him for dinner or something. So I give him this maybe 3 times a week, which is really, really good, and I'm a massive fan. Highly recommend it if you have a large breed dog. I'm also gonna crack an egg into his breakfast right now. Eggs are just great for protein, obviously, and yeah, I mean, eggs we have around all the time, so. Alright, very quickly, I might just go over some of these snacks that he has. He doesn't get many treats ever. His treats are more like just kind of raw treats, but if it's anything dried, it will just be like dried bones or like dried meat. So we've got some dried liver in this packet. I absolutely love it. I get this just from like our local pet store here, and over here we've got some dried lung, and it's just purely lung, like, I mean obviously dried lung, but there is no additives in it, there's no extra fillers, there's no grains in it, it's just dried meat. And then lastly, from Omega Plus, I absolutely love the King Salmon dog treats. I'm a massive fan of this brand and the things that they sell. They've got a bunch of different King Salmon treats, and it's literally just dried King Salmon. I just find it, again, very useful and efficient for my lifestyle to buy him stuff like that instead of getting the raw stuff. I don't always have time to pick up that, so this is just good for on the go or when we travel, and it's just a really nice treat. And I know it's completely clean, non-grain. I guess it is important to mention that Shadow is on a grain-free diet like 99% of the time. Sometimes as a treat he will get left over like the corner of my bread or something, but he literally is, for his main diet, breakfast and dinner, he's on a grain-free diet, and that's just a choice that I have made. I don't feel like he needs that extra grain in his diet for the weight, because his weight is very much controlled. It needs to be because of his hips. Lastly, I'll just quickly mention this worm and flea treatment that he gets once a month. This is from NextGuard, and I've been buying this ever since I've had him, so I'm a massive fan of this one. It works really well. He's never had fleas or worms in his life, knock on wood. Don't think this is natural at all, but it does the job, and it's just a once a month thing. It is very expensive, but it's something that's necessary. Okay, so this ivory coat packet here, I want to just quickly mention, because I feel like this has been an absolute lifesaver. I'm a big fan of grain-free kibble. I don't even want to call this kibble because I feel like this is just dried meat essentially. So again, with this product, there are no additives, there are no extra just filling stuff in it. If I read you the ingredients: Australian turkey meal, potatoes, peas, Australian dry turkey, pea fibre, tomato, chicken fat. Just a bunch of really, really good stuff that is just obviously dried and easy for me to give him. So if I'm not giving him Ziwi pig, I mostly will give him a bit of this with some meat as well, or sometimes I just mix up this packet and this, and that's just easy and efficient for my lifestyle. So something that I regret buying that I still have a bit of is this bone and joint liquid from Provida, I think. I no longer use this. I just kind of found this and wanted to mention that I just don't use it. I didn't see any benefit to him. I didn't see a change in his agility or his activeness or any of that, so I feel like it was just kind of a waste of time. There's only a tiny bit left, so I did really give it a go. I don't need extra supplements that I feel like are not helping him in any way, so we're definitely going to be throwing that away. Because this meat is basically like a thick steak, I want to just be able to cut it up so it's not easy for him to chew. Usually I do get the beef that are already, like the stir-fried beef that are already chopped up into little pieces, but there was actually none of that when I went to the supermarket the other day. So this is all we have. Right, I'm also going to put in some MSM powder for his breakfast this morning. And that's going to be it. So I only really use one of these supplements each time. I don't go overboard with it. Let me just come up to show you what all of that looks like.